I have 5 brothers that came to this same school, and they all went on to be successful in their trades. We have 2 automotive machinists that work for my uncle. I have 2 brothers that are aerospace machinists. My brother Tommy works at Versa Materials as a welder, and we have this school to thank for that. This school was just tremendous to what we were able to accomplish. I went on a field trip with the Vo-Tech school. Dave Bacher and Mr. Carr, they took us up to the General Dynamics in Scranton for a tour. And while we were there, they were going around the table asking each kid what they were going to do after school. Most kids were saying college, this, that. I told the HR lady, I said, I'm handing you my resume. I said, this is a 50 grand a year job right out of high school. And they just all busted up laughing. And the president of the company was there. He was laughing hysterically. And then I gave him my resume and I got a call back immediately. That was the impression. And they wanted to hire me.
I went to Vo-Tech as a high school student. I took up electrical technology for 4 years. Throughout that 4 years, experienced a lot of good things, learned a trade. My teacher was Dave Pascal, in which he pushed us greatly in understanding the technology behind things and so forth, and preparing us for, the outside world. We got involved in internships and co-op programs and so forth. At the end of my senior year, I took a state NOCTI test, which I scored above average in, and those scores were sent out to some surrounding electrical companies, in which immediately after I graduated, I got phone calls to work for them. From what I learned here, it was just broadening my personality and allowing me to experience different opportunities in my field, which actually took me away from my field and into another. So it was more or less just really allowing me to experience the outside of things that took me to, being where I am now.
I graduated from Columbia-Montour Vo-Tech in 2002. From there, I went straight into college. I went to Pennsylvania College of Technology, and I graduated from there in 2006 with my bachelor's in physician assistant. In 2007, I was hired by Geisinger Medical Center in cardiac surgery. And while I was working there full-time, I obtained my MBA through University of Scranton and graduated in 2015. My education here at Columbia-Montour Vo-Tech gave me a foundation, particularly in medical terminology, and with the clinical experience, helped me expedite my acceptance into college and gave me a broad overview of medicine that I use now today. When we did our clinical experience out in the field, that was the best experience I had as far as learning to interact with patients, learning anything medical terminology, to medical experience, to just learning medicine itself. And that's what really piqued, really the interest of going with the doctors and the nurses and the PAs at the time really pushed me forward to wanting to be in medicine. I enjoyed the provider portion of being a physician assistant as far as diagnosing and treating and the hands-on as well.
Graduated Vo-Tech in 1991. After Vo-Tech, I went to Pennsylvania College of Technology and got an associate's degree in electrical technology from there. And then after that, I worked for Girton Manufacturing, directly out of college. So I worked there for a year and a half. I was a maintenance electrician there, and when I left, I was a maintenance foreman. Then I went and worked for Columbia County for another year and a half, was general maintenance there, and then I got a job at Connier as a maintenance technician. Going to Vo-Tech gave me all the basics I needed. When I went to college, it actually allowed me to test out of a bunch of things my first year and save some money that way. And then just having the basics of troubleshooting and everything, it gave me a head start over students that were just coming in there, with no experience or anything. So
from here, I graduated and went to Luzerne County Community College. From there, I worked in a couple industry factories. Then I landed a job where I worked for 6 years at a place called March Technologies in Berwick, Pennsylvania. They were a small systems integrator. I started off as a road technician and a shop technician, and I worked my way up to becoming a production manager and safety coordinator. And then from there, developing training for safety and then training the employees kind of sparked my interest in becoming an electrical instructor. And I'm now working at Columbia-Montour Vo-Tech, where I graduated teaching the program I graduated from. Attending Vo-Tech and learning the disciplines for the workforce, knowing, being responsible for showing up on time, taking responsibility for, those types of disciplines that help you in the workforce. When I went to Luzerne County Community College after graduating from here, my first year was a breeze. It was kind of like a refresher year. While I was at Vo-Tech, I was a BC student. I didn't even know if electricity was what I was going to pursue as my career. But it was all I knew at that time, so I pursued it. And I got there, and it took me from here, my confidence level was here leaving Vo-Tech, and I got there and it went up higher because then I was tutoring the students that stayed back from their home schools that were just starting out. I was their tutor. And when I was at Vo-Tech, I was being tutored by other students, and it was just an awesome feeling.
All the teachers here, they're all as helpful as they can possibly be. And the co-op program, after that, I would leave and I worked at G&B Specialties in Berwick as a CNC machinist, and they taught me a lot there. The co-op program was very big on that, and I would have never learned as much about manufacturing as I did if it wasn't for that.
I never really knew what to expect. I mean, when I first came up here, I was a hands-on guy and so forth, so, people go out and said, hey, maybe you should try the Vo-Tech school. When I got up here, the disciplines, Dave DePascal was very serious about what you were going to learn and preparing you for, the outside world and so forth. A lot of studying, a lot of hours, in the classroom. So we did a lot of work, for instance, a lot of hands-on work. They had basically a room set up to where we could, wire panels, do, one-way switches, two-way, three-way, whatever. They had motor control boards and so forth, pneumatic boards, all types of stuff that we'd get involved in. And did a lot of work in the field when I graduated high school, and a lot of that work was at Alumni, which a lot of the individuals there in the electrical department, engineering department, they saw what I was capable of, and they gave me an opportunity to be part of their conversion department as one of the leaders, and then obviously onto the engineering department once they saw what I've taken from here and what I've made it up.
I believe I had a very good high school experience here. I had no trouble, making friends here. You have more shared interests here with the other kids because everybody's, like I said, kind of hands-on, mechanical type, all that. So I had a very good experience.
So I had a great high school experience. From the clubs I was in, to the sports, to the extracurricular activities, I did quite a bit, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Our education was phenomenal. It really expedited my acceptance into college. The teachers were here great. They were fantastic. They really cared, and you knew that. So when I went to Pennsylvania College of Technology, you have to test into the school, and I excelled in almost every area, especially in math and science, which was important for the physician assistant program.
My overall high school experience was awesome. To this day, Vo-Tech was just like a family. Joining this school was just like you were just you weren't just another kid in the building. The principal, the director, they knew your name, knew you by name, and if they didn't, they learned your name. You interacted with students from all other districts, and that, to me, that was awesome. I had friends that lived in Benton, I had friends that lived in Bloomsburg, I had friends that lived in Danville. It was just neat. We didn't always hang out all the time, but when we were at school, we were together, and we're still a family. So you still have that family atmosphere that never goes away.
A lot of kids do come here to get away from their home school, but they come here and they end up more successful than most of the kids coming out of their home school. And they come out of here with a trade, and they don't end up with a debt.
If you're a young individual that's hands-on and wants to be into a working field and not behind a desk, this is a great opportunity.
See the school. Get the feeling, get your gut feeling and see, are you comfortable here? Is this something you enjoy? Do you enjoy hands-on work? And are there any occupations here that you would like to pursue? And if so, go to Vo-Tech. And really it's about more than just, you could say more than just education. It's about an experience too. If you enjoy being at the school, then you're going to enjoy the education. You're going to get the most out of it that you can.
The advice I'd give to kids looking at Vo-Tech as a possible school is figure out the things you like to do, see if the courses line up to those things, and then come and try them out.
Come up to this school, see what we offer, and give it a chance. Come up here and learn a trade. Figure out what you want to do with the rest of your career here, rather than decide to go to college and be forking out a lot of money and still not know what you want to do.
You're the only person that can change and create your future. So take every opportunity you can now.